That's as much as I know right now. Is I'm trying to fight Pedro, prelim Pedro July 2nd if he's ready to go, and if not, I would like to know. Pedro, let me know if you can't fight so I can, look for someone else. But that's the plan. I want to go knock out Pedro, knock out Rob Font if he beats Chito. Wouldn't mind knocking out Chito again, and then fighting for the title.
Do you think, and other things could happen in there too that could shake that whole pudding up?
Dude, absolutely.
But would Chito have a new advantage against you since you guys fought before? Do you think because he would be the first person, I guess, fight you again?
That'd be a first rematch.
So is there an advantage that he could have, even from a coaching standpoint? What do both of you guys think?
If you go back and watch that fight, and I'm not being biased towards myself. If you go back and watch that fight, he landed one kick with his big toe on my nerve, which shut off my foot, shut off my whole leg. Yeah. I couldn't walk.
Oh yeah.
But before that,
had that.
Before that, I was piecing him up. Even when he kicked my leg, I was still stumbling around, piecing him up. I blitzed in through a combo, pieced him up. He turtled up, and I went back to step back, and my foot there was nothing there. Just laid on my back, and he landed an elbow. At that point, I was a minute and a half in, my leg was completely numb, and I fall on my back. He gets on top, lands a little elbow. Ref stops it. In his mind, depending on how his mind works, I would assume he's got to know that wasn't a win. That wasn't me going out there and knocking out Raulian Paiva. That's a win.
Right.
Me knocking out Eddie Wineland. That's a win.
Yeah. Eddie lost that one.
Yeah. Do you sleep like him last night? Yeah.
I did, yeah.
I think, in his mind, he's got to know. He's got to know that it's not a win.
Well, he wouldn't be so insecure about it. I mean, he wouldn't get so fucking fired up if he knew it was a win. He'd be like, what? I fucking knocked you out. But he gets fired up. But I think mentally, he's a super strong kid. But I think his coaches saw the speed that you have and saw fuck, we got out of their best case scenario. So
that's a big fight.
He's got to say, yeah, I want it again. I'll do it again. He can't say anything else, but it's going to happen again.
Well, I think there's something to, and do you think that Chito would have an advantage to having been in there with them before, in there with Sean before?
No. The fight was so quick.
Right.
If anything, it's worse for him that he knows how much faster I am than him. Right. He's got to have felt that.
Yeah.
Well, what about this? Sorry, I'm just a big fan of hers. What about, oh fuck! There was something I was gonna ask you, dog, about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was.
Yeah, I mean, look, here's one of the reasons I think probably people would get upset is because since you have more of a name also outside of the sport or congruent with the sport, right? You have an energy, a vibe, right? You're also a commodity outside of it. That if they win or lose, kind of, you kind of have this other bravado that goes on. So I could understand probably that even if somebody beats you, but people are still talking about you, or you still have your show going, you still have a way to be kind of winning each week in your own world and stuff, that people would be like, oh, that it would rub people a little bit, just because I think by nature we all get jealous, and I'm not saying he's jealous, but I think we all get. I think that would just be normal.
I got a lot of hate for the undefeated, even from other professional fighters. I mean, you hear Colby Covington was just on the Full Senpai. He's like, I feel like he said he feels like he's undefeated. He feels like those fights against Kamaru, he didn't lose. He thought he won in his mind, and it's to other people, normal people, it sounds stupid. I get it, dude. I don't feel like I lost that fight. I do not feel like my skill set lost to his skill set.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a completely freak accident. Why hasn't it happened again? Why hasn't he's fought 3 or 4 times? Why hasn't he kicked that nerve again?
Right.
It's something that fires me up. I love Joe Rogan, but god damn it, I'd love to just watch that fight back with him. And he's like, oh, he kicked his legs right out from under him. It's like, he really didn't, dude. He landed one kick on my nerve with his toe. And obviously, you see me get fired up about it. I'm going to get that rematch back. And it's going to be a big fight. So, I mean...
So along the way, that'd be a fight you'd like to have, probably.
It's gonna happen, yeah. It just needs to make sense. It needs to make sense. My whole career's made sense. That fight will happen when it makes sense.
Yeah.
Rob Font, who do you think wins that? It's a very interesting matchup. Rob Font, Chito, 5 rounds in the smaller cage.